The Curious Firefly in the Dark Forest. Once upon a time, in a meadow full of flowers and tall grasses, there lived a little firefly named Luma. Luma was not like the other fireflies. While her friends were happy to fly close to the meadow, blinking their tiny lights in the night sky, Luma was always curious about the unknown. She loved asking questions, and her favorite one was, what lies beyond the meadow? Her mother often warned her, Luma, the forest beyond the meadow is dark and mysterious. It's better to stay where it is safe. But Luma's curiosity grew stronger every night. She watched the edge of the forest, where tall trees stood like silent guards, their shadows stretching out into the meadow. The forest looked frightening, but it also whispered promises of adventure. One evening, while her friends danced above the flowers, Luma made up her mind. I must see what's inside the forest, she whispered. If I don't, I'll never know. With her tiny light glowing brightly, she fluttered toward the forest. The air grew cooler as she entered, and the trees stood so close together that only a few moonbeams slipped through. The forest was dark, but Luma's light shone bravely, lighting her way. At first, she felt proud. See? There's nothing to fear, she told herself. But as she went deeper, strange sounds surrounded her. The hoot of an owl, the rustle of leaves, and the snapping of twigs. Luma's light flickered nervously. Suddenly, two glowing eyes appeared in the shadows. Luma froze. A deep voice rumbled. Who dares enter my forest? It was a wise old owl perched on a branch. His feathers were dark, and his eyes gleamed like lanterns. I am Luma, a firefly, she stammered. I only wanted to see what was inside the forest. The owl studied her carefully. Curiosity is good, little one, he said gently. But wandering alone into danger is not wise. Before Luma could reply, a cold wind blew, and the forest grew darker. She realized she had gone so far that she no longer remembered the way back. Her tiny heart began to pound. The owl spread his wings. Follow me, he said. Your light is small, but together with my eyes, we can find your way home. Grateful, Luma followed him. With each flap of his wings, the owl guided her through twisted roots and thick bushes. At last, a faint glow appeared ahead, the soft, twinkling lights of her fellow fireflies in the meadow. When she finally reached the open field, Luma sighed with relief. Her friends rushed to her side. Where have you been? One of them asked. I went into the dark forest, Luma admitted. It was scarier than I thought, but I met a wise owl who helped me return. Her mother flew to her and hugged her gently. My dear, I understand your curiosity, she said kindly. But remember, courage must always walk with wisdom. From that night on, Luma still asked questions and dreamed of adventures, but she also learned to prepare and to seek guidance before rushing into the unknown. The dark forest remained mysterious, but now Luma knew that sometimes bravery meant not just going forward, but also knowing when to wait and learn. Moral of the story: curiosity is a wonderful gift, but it must be guided by wisdom and caution. Exploring is good, but one should never forget the importance of safety and guidance.